Hey guys, Desolator Magic here, and Wizards released today what has to be at this point all of the cards from Battlebond, so that's what I wanted to do after getting home from F&M, is cover 6 hours or so of video editing and reading off cards I don't care about. So I'm just going to break them down by color, because honestly it'd be a 2-hour video anyway. There is one more general statement I have to make about this, well, two really, but I'll get into the other one later. First, and foremost, there is no color fixing in this whole damn set. I mean, there's dual lands that are rare. Great, good luck getting even one of them, and if you do, it won't be on color. The chances are astronomical that you'll even get to use one of those, even in a draft. And drafting color fixing is not really a first choice. I mean, it's just bad. So if you think you're going to run 3-color, you're not. You're just not. Well, you can, but you won't ever pull the colors you need. The fact that they didn't put in just basic come-in tapped lands or some kind of weird triple color or one little universal at uncommon or something, it's astonishing. In the top 5 most frustrating things that can happen in a match of Magic, certainly in the top is getting mana screwed, just having a whole handful of cards and you get to do nothing. Draw a card, discard one pass. Draw a card, discard one pass. Draw a card, discard one pass. Wow, that's fun. So I cannot overstate how much of an oversight that was. It was an outright mistake. I mean, they're just idiotic for not putting in better fixing. So that said, let's jump into the white cards. So first up, we got Brichelin. Now, I should mention, this could be a reprint. It could be $50. It could be $2. I don't know. I've only been playing for 4 or 5 years. I'm not going to catch anything that's like some frickin' Urza's Saga level $50 card. Okay, if you're all excited about it, great. I'm doing a money video later. This ain't the video for it. So if you expect me to pause on every money card and say, oh, look, they reprinted this, is worth a fortune. Yeah, no, they're going to fly right over my head. So get over it. Anyway, first up is Brichelin, 3/3 for 3, and gains Vigilance until end of turn if you pay 1. If you pay 1 again, Brichelin gains Lifelink. If you pay 1 again, return it to its owner's hands. So this is basically, what is that, Aetherling or whatever? But a little bit different. And then if you pay 1 generic, it gets, +1 or -1. This basically is Aetherling or Aether, whoever that guy is. So that card is ungodly powerful, and it looks like a mythic, but with this awful symbol color thing where it's all black, I can't really tell. Next up, Angelic Chorus. It's 5-cost enchantment, and that artwork is pretty cool. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control, you gain life equal to its toughness. I'm pretty sure that's a reprint, and I'm pretty sure it's a damn good card. But how many creatures are really going to enter the battlefield after you've already gotten to 5? This will be bare minimum turn 5 without ramp, and I mean, come on, it's like a sealed set. You're not going to have ramp. So very limited usage, but I mean, later game, if you're sitting there, gaining 4, 5, 6 life, and it's equal to toughness, not power, so it's a good card. Next up, Together Forever. It's of course those two, I forgot their name and I don't care, because the storyline is a load of bollocks. I'll show you why when we come across certain cards that just, you'll get it. So it's enchantment, it costs double white, which with no mana fixing is going to be pretty damn hard to play. Let's see, when Together Forever enters battlefield, support 2, and then if you pay 1, choose target creature with a counter on it. When that creature dies this turn, return that card to its owner's hand. So you can do that in response to like a kill spell or a combat trick, ambush, whatever. That is just a pretty darn good card. I mean, for 2 mana, it's pretty good. I can see why they went double white, because that's crazy. Next up, Blaring Recruiter. You want to come fight in the arena? Do you? Do you? Do you? Do you? If you come fight in the arena right now, you will get a coupon for buy one, get one free at Subway. Eat fresh if you're still alive. That's what the flavor text says. You just can't see it. It's written really small. Anyway, it's a 2/2 for 4, partner with Blaring Captain. I don't know what it does, and I'm not going to go check. Almost all of these are off color, so you're going to have to find it in another video. I know, I'm regretting the way I did this video already. But if you pay 3, you can create a 1/1 White Warrior creature token. Get it? He's a recruiter. Ha ha ha. And that's not just like in the storyline. Like cards with the word recruiter in it tend to do something like this, actually. That or like bring something in from your hand or go get something from your library. So next up, the greatest artwork in this entire set, Jubilant Mascot. Oh my gosh, he's hyping up the crowd with his fabulous as hell homunculus dance. This is like, just imagine this in Full Metal Alchemist if you saw this. Or like anywhere, because damn, that outfit and the ribbons, and he's so into it. And I mean, he's just so flaming. This card, it might hit the table and just burst into flames. Anyway, It's a 1/1 for 3, and at the beginning of combat on your turn, you may pay 4. Oh, good luck with that. If you do, support 2. So recurring support, the recurring counter drop. I mean, it's kind of cool. The problem is it's +1/+1 counters on each of up to 2 other target creatures. So for this to fully work, you have to have a total of 3 creatures out, including him. So a little rough. I mean, it's like, how long is he going to live and how good in combat is he going to be if he stays as a 1/1 forever? But I don't know. You could just treat him as like not a creature unless it's an open swing, I guess. So it's interesting. I mean, I don't know if it would be my first pick, but it's pretty good. I mean, if your creatures keep getting bigger and they can't remove them, that's better than pretty good. It's just, if they can remove them, you're in trouble. But if you drop this into the battlefield solo, it literally does nothing. Also, you have to pay 4 every time it's not a free trigger. So, I mean, it's a mix of good and bad. Next up, Seppe Glider, Flying Vigilance 2/4 for 5. Not very good, but if you pay 2, target creature with a 1/1 counter on it gains Flying and Vigilance until end of turn. It's like a really crappy Pegasus. Honestly, not a very good card. The Vigilance is the only redeeming factor, though. That's pretty nuts. And the fact that this is 4 toughness and flying and vigilant, I mean, it's defensive. Its attack power is pretty crap, but at least you can pay the 2 without tapping it. That's not bad. Next up, Take Up Arms. You could drop out 3 White Warrior creature tokens for 5, which, it's an instant. It's a cool little ambush. This always was a pretty powerful card. I think it was in something cons or something. I don't remember. The problem is, I mean, it is pretty late, but you get the warrior synergy. You get the warrior ETBs, the warrior boost, warrior everything. So this card is huge if you're playing warriors. Do not miss that. And do consider this basically a creature in your deck for like, oh, do I have enough creatures? Should I draft more of this, more of that? This is a creature. It's not a non-creature spell, even though it is, like, for legality. Next up, Oreskos Explorer. Okay, here's where it all falls apart, okay? It's a city or plane or whatever, and people, we'll just say fight to the death, because do you really still believe this is sports? It's non-violent competitive sports. There ain't nothing sporting about this, okay? There's like people falling into lava and crap. There's monsters that'll rip your damn head off. I mean, they just tried to like PG it after the fact. I mean, come on. But the biggest issue is, where the hell did the Oreskos come from? They're not from this plane. How did they get here? Is there a portal? Can people just jump on an interplanar transport and come watch the games? Did somebody kidnap them from their home plane and drop them all here? Is it an alien abduction story? All I'm going to say is it gets worse, so I'll make sure to point it out a couple times. Anyway, this is a Cat Scout 2/2 for 2. Get that Scout tribal going. When it enters battlefield, search your library for up to X planes cards, where X is the number of players who control more lands than you. Reveal those cards, then put them into your hand, then shuffle your library. That is actually awesome. It's such a catch-up card. It's an anti-mana screw card, but I don't know. It's not like amazing. It's just kind of nice. And being a 2/2 for 2, it's already, it's playable. Any kind of land fetch is good, even if it's like not fully reliable, as long as the creature is pretty good. And I do believe this is a reprint. Next up, a card that makes me wish I skipped some of these, like Negate, Solemn Offering. Destroy target artifact or enchantment, you gain 4. Ooh, how exciting. It's a 3-cost sorcery. It's not even that great. If you need it, you need it. If you don't, you don't. I would probably just keep it in my sideboard. In limited formats, creatures are what you have to stop as a whole, typically. Next up, we got Loyal Pegasus, definitely a reprint. I remember this one. Flying, Loyal Pegasus can attack or block alone, but it's a 2/1. So as long as you're swinging with something else, great. But it kind of a little bit negates the whole turn 1 drop thing. But if it comes out later, that's a lot of damage in the air for not a lot of mana. It's just, would you really put it in a deck in a sealed format or limited? I keep saying sealed, it's limited. I don't know, it's not like everybody's got control and it's kind of nice, but you can't just swing with him and just ping them in the air every single turn for 2, which is really nice. I mean, that's like aerial responder. You can't just do that. So I never did like this card. Next up, Long Road Home, which I thought was that other one, but I guess that's Journey Home or something, because I remember it costing like 7, and it had Rebound. Damn. Anyway, this one is exile target creature. At the beginning of the next end step, return that card to the battlefield under its owner's control with a 1/1 counter on it. Very good card for 2, especially since it's only single white. You get a counter, so even if you didn't need to flicker it, great. If you can't flicker it because it has auras or equipment, whoops, so this isn't a great card. But it's like a saving spell that also acts as a minor boost. So it's not bad. It's really not bad. Once again, I don't know if this would be our first choice in a draft, but it's okay. It's almost a white counter spell in certain circumstances, so it's definitely okay. Next up, Bring Down, and remember everybody, non-lethal friendly competition. They're basically playing badminton. I don't know why they even said that. Like, why did they even go for that? Can't they just not be politically correct and dumb it down for kids and crap? Really, we're going family friendly instead of just all this feminist, oh, nobody can show cleavage crap? Hey, you really want to be woke and really want to make people feel appreciated and represented and normal? Put in a disabled person. I have almost never seen that in Wizards of the Coast products. They pick their couple little topics and that's what they push because they want to shove that in your face because that's who works there. They don't actually care about people's actual rights or their actual feelings or actual representation or actual discrimination. Anyway, back to bring down. It's a 4-cost sorcery, so it's alright crap, but assist. Yay. Destroy target creature with power 4 or greater. I don't like restrictive spells like this. There's plenty of cards below power 4 that you would want gone. So unreliable removal, but that's kind of a staple of sealed and limited-ish, formats. You don't want to just put Hero's Downfall in. I mean, it's a little too good, because if somebody opens a bunch of those or drafts a bunch of those, damn. So this is like, maybe it'll work, maybe it isn't, not, ooh, I've automatically got, 8 removal, 8 control spells. It's a little too good, and it's a little too, I'm winning because my pool is better than yours, not because I'm playing better or made a better mulligan decision. So while the card's kind of crap, I do appreciate that they put it in there. And the assist part is pretty cool. It's just, oh good, you can do it on turn 2. What the hell would you possibly target on turn 2 that would be a valid target? Next up, Battle Mastery. Enchanted creature has double strike. Also, Enchanted Creature is now a Lightning Rod for all future removal spells because they get a little 2-for-1 special. They take out the creature and the aura, but still, for 3 mana, I mean, I wouldn't say it's throwaway, but it's pretty damn good. Here's the thing, though. If you put this on a 2-2 creature, would you have been better off bringing out a 3-3 creature for 3? Instead of this. So instead of putting this in your deck, you put a creature, and then, okay, you drew that creature instead in this place. Is that better? In some cases, yes. But in some cases, no. I mean, you're really putting all your, chickens in one basket or whatever the hell the saying is. Or probably eggs, but I mean, if you leave them long enough, then they'll be chickens. Then you'll have a big old basket full of chickens. I almost said bucket. I'm hungry. So give all your chickens double strike with this pretty good card. I mean, you put it on an unblockable or flyer or a lifelink, or like, okay, there you go. Next up, Angel of Retribution. It's a 7 cost, so it's not going to retribute anything. You're never going to get to 7 mana. And it's a boat anchor in your opening hand, but I mean, 5/5 flying for a strike, whatever. Pretty basic, no lifelink. I mean, it's just not good. I mean, still 5 damage with first strike in the air. I mean, good luck killing it, but it's still not good. I mean, it's still not really a good card. If it cost 6, I'd be a little bit more generous, but 7, there are better cards for 7. Next up, amazing artwork, Aurora Champion. It's just a shame some of the artwork just falls flat on its face in this set when this looks so amazing. So kudos to, what the hell does that say on the bottom? I'm going to say Usain Bolt because I can't read that. It's use something, and he's got to have his hobbies in between Olympics. So it's creature elf warrior 3/2 for 3 whenever it attacks. If your team controls another warrior, tap target creature, and your team probably controls another warrior. So this is just a solid card. It's a vanilla creature plus because it's a 3/2 for 3. That's just, okay, vanilla, cool. Oh, but also, if you should so happen to blah, then you get a little bonus. It's just a little bonus. It's subtle. It's not the end of the world. I love cards like this. They make the set so much better. It's not an all-in combo where the pieces do nothing apart from each other, but it's not like, oh, I put these two together and now I basically just won the game. Just game-ending synergy. Like Galta and the Black Blade. Or Ronus and the Black Blade. Or Marwyn and anything in the Black Blade. Anything. That card should be $10. Next up, Champion of Arashin. Okay. Why is a dragon from Arashin there? In fact, I'm pretty sure that's one of the major dragons from Tarkir. How did he get from Arashin to whatever the hell the name of this plane is? I've got questions and they don't have answers. But it's a 3/2 lifelinker for 4, it's just good, and he's a warrior. So, once again, don't overlook the subtype line and the synergy. It's built right in, and it's very widespread. In fact, I think that's like an Inoc warrior in the background with that helmet. Like, what? How did these people get to this plane? Does every plane have like a Bermuda Triangle, and if your ship gets lost, you end up in this like wasteland of amalgamated races and people and backgrounds from every plane? Which actually would be awesome. They're probably going to explain it that way. Next up, Angelic Gift. Now, every plane has angels, pretty much, so yeah. Enchant creature, and then draw a card. Enchanted creature is flying. I love that. I absolutely love it. You can't really call it a cantrip when it costs 2 mana, but it does replace itself, so it depends upon your actual definition. But this is just good. I mean, just take anything and make it flying. It replaces itself if they kill the creature. Ooh, 2-for-1 loss, except not really because the card immediately replaced itself. So just a perfect aura. I love this card. Next up, Midnight Guard. How did he get there from Innistrad? Anyway, 2-3 for 3 whenever another creature enters the battlefield, untap Midnight Guard. That's pretty good. That actually might not be from Shadows or Eldritch Moon. That might be from original Innistrad. Or it might not be a reprint. I don't know. I'm pretty sure I saw a card like this. But it's not Bellringer, though, either. That one's a little bit different. Either way, that's just good. I mean, because they're going to drop in something probably close to every turn. If they did, you're going to want an extra blocker. So, yeah. Next up, Lightwalker. Pretty sure that's a reprint. Actually, I'm pretty sure it's from Fate Reforged. Anyway, it's a 2-1 for 2. Lightwalker has flying as long as it has +1/+1, or a +1/+1 counter on it. Here's the thing, though. Even if you can fly, you can't fly to another plane. I'm never going to drop it. Is that like Dramoka in the background? What the hell is he doing on the plane? Anyway, I mean, he's a warrior. Maybe he'll get a counter on him, but I think like Bolster was in the set that this guy was in. 2-1 for 2 with optional flying sometimes. It's not bad. I played something like this at the pre-release for Dominaria, and it did pretty well. Oh, wait, no, it was Rick's, and it was City's Blessing. Next up, classic spell. Assuming this is a reprint, I might be remembering it wrong. I'm not going to look these up one at a time. Rebuke. Why is he getting hit by the symbol for Avacyn when he's not on Innistrad? It's almost like they just said screw it and reprinted it with the same art, probably. Anyway, destroy target attacking creature for 3 as an instant. I mean, it's better than Gideon's Reproach. It's better than almost anything. I mean, it's on par with like Celestial Flare, and you can target it. This is just guaranteed removal. I mean, unless they're somehow winning without swinging, this is it right here. I love it. Next up, for the 37th time, Raptor Companion. I don't know why they have some weird obsession with it. I honestly think there are other 3-1s for 2 that exist in the game. I think there's like 8 of them or something. I think I checked once. Why do we have to do the one that everybody was complaining about being reprinted back to back? And now here it is again. I don't understand that. And it's just dead on arrival 0 value, but not in the game. A 3-1 for 2 is like really good, obviously. I mean, that's why they printed it. That said, I do like the artwork. Next up, classic multiple time reprint, Pacifism. Enchant creature can't attack or block for 2. Classic. Next, we got Silverchase Fox. What did the fox say? I don't care. By the way, if you haven't seen the Goat Core remix of it, just Google that. It is exactly what it sounds like. Anyway, sacrifice Silverchase Fox for 2 exile target enchantment. So it's kind of like that crappy little like weird ghoul spirit lady thing, except you have to pay mana for it. So this isn't great, but it's like it's a 2-2 for 2 plus. And like I said, I always like those. It's a nice little utility, dual purpose, just basic blah, and it doesn't really harm your curve at all. In fact, it helps it. Next up, Royal Trooper, which is a soldier instead of a warrior. So, okay, 2-2 for 3, and whenever it blocks, it gets +2/+2. So I don't like this because, I mean, yeah, you could sneak it in and hit for 2, but it costs 3, so that's kind of crap. I mean, it might as well be a blue creature at that point. But on defense, it's pretty damn good. But, you know, so is a 0/6 wall. I mean, like, they're both equivalent attack deterrents if it doesn't have lifelink. So, like, I just don't really like this card. Next up, Sky Streamer. It has assist and it's a 3-2 for 5, which that explains why it has assist. Do not pool your mana together into something this garbage. I mean, seriously. Flying, whenever Sky Screamer enters the battlefield, target player gains 4 life. I mean, 3 damage in the air recurring and 4 life for 5. I mean, it's not that bad. And if you split it, it's not that bad. But if you both use your entire turn worth of mana on this, and you don't have enough left over to cast something else, I mean, I got bad news for you. It's good, but it's not good enough. Like, you're going to need that 4 life because you're going to get hit because all you did was bring out some crappy little bird. Next up, absolute flavor choice here, Tandem Tactics. Get it? Because it's two-headed giant, and it doesn't really directly have anything to do with that mechanic-wise, but it's kind of like stylistic in flavor. I kind of like that. Up to 2 target creatures each get +1/+2 until end of turn. You gain 2 life, and it's for 2 and it's instant. So nice little ambush. You could kill somebody, finish somebody off with 2 extra damage. You could ambush somebody and survive it. I mean, you could even do this on defense. I mean, it's just a good card. I would almost consider this a 2-cost removal spell. Might even be like a double shot removal spell if you're opportune enough in combat. So really good card. And what a wonderful card to end it on, because that's the last white card. Now, if you're noticing a couple are missing, like the Dwarven Lightsmith or whatever, it's because I already covered them in a former video, so, you know, why? So go watch those for all the ones that in this next series would be considered, you know, missing. And we got some pretty crazy stuff coming, some very high value cards and some very classic cards. This is basically conspiracy, where it's like, oh, unique stuff, unique, you know, it's only specific to the format, whatever, blah, fun, different, whatever, which is all the like partner and the assist, mixed with a core set. This might as well be M19 with the sheer volume of reprints. And they're like classic, much loved, you know, everybody's heard of them reprints. Like Juggernaut's in here. I mean, there's Negate. I mean, well, that's every set has Negate. Well, just about. But then it's also like Eternal Masters, because it's a bunch of old school crap that's only been printed once or twice that's worth like $30 on up, or at least like 20 in some of these cases. Like Mycosynthelatus is in here, spoiler alert. I absolutely hate that card that has absolutely just no reason to be in here, which is why I said this is also mixed with like a master set, basically Eternal Masters, because it's just, this hasn't been printed in a while. Here, have this. It's worth money. We want to make this set worth money. Yay. So some of these are very odd choices, especially when it's like, oh, here's the pinnacle of the storyline from another plane, and it's in this set on this plane for no reason. We're going to pretend it isn't there. They might as well have had the flavor text on some of these say, this card is only in this set for money reasons, and that's it. I mean, it might as well be upfront about it. I mean, I'm surprised they didn't print Ugin in this set. It would make no sense, but I think it's like $20. Like, that's how some of the card choices were. So definitely watch for this spoiler series in the future. I'm going to be hitting it pretty hard on Saturday, hopefully. And I'll see you guys next video.